This is my 1985 Firebird Trans Am. It's for sale up on Kijiji right now. Runs good right now. It's got a 305 4-barrel carb. It's a Rochester Quadrajet. All the choke works really good, so in the morning you can just pump it. Usually I pump it twice and then start it up, and she runs good. It's got a kind of a performance distributor. The owner before me she put a rebuilt engine in it, so I haven't checked the numbers on the block, so I'm not 100% sure if it's a 305 or a 350, but I'm pretty sure it's a 305. That's what it came stock in this engine, so just assume she replaced it. So the body's got about 244,000 kilometers on it, but the engine is about 160 to 180. Not 100%, but it has less than the body. The windshield washer pump doesn't work, but the wipers do work. So the pump, I don't know if it's a bad ground or just needs a new pump, which you can probably get from the wrecking yard. It's got a newer battery. Right now it's rigged up for two 12-inch Alpine E subs, which I think they might be 250 RMS, 450 peak. They're powered by a Crunch amplifier. Actually, I'll show you them in a minute. Crunch amplifier that's 1800 watts peak. It's a 4-channel amp or a 900 watts RMS. 1985. Even though it has a dry clean sticker, it does not need to get E-tested at all. It's grandfathered. It's a bra on it right now. It has a little bit of a rip right there. It came with the bra on it, so I just kept it on. No cracks in the windshield. The dash pad has has a crack in it. But I've seen dash pads on Kijiji for 60 to 80 bucks, and they're pretty easy to replace. The inside is nice. I just kind of cleaned it up a bit. The entire inside was reupholstered not too many years ago, so it looks really good. The seats have absolutely no tears in them. The leather back's not scratched or anything. It's all pretty good. It's got an aftermarket stereo, a JVC. The front dash, the tachometer doesn't work right now, but it just needs a new resistor in the back. I found instructions online how to do that. Yeah, so it's got a 305 in it, I'm pretty sure. Disc brakes in the front, drums in the back. I did the drums not too long ago, I think 2 years ago. I didn't drive it much, but I put new drums, shoes, and new wheel cylinders in the back. The paint, for what it is, it's pretty good. If you wash it, I just washed it, so if you wax it up, it actually shines really nice. There's some little things and imperfections in the paint, but for the most part it's pretty good. Right here there was a little bit of a rust hole, so I bonded it up and I put some primer over it. So it does not have dual exhaust, but it does have two pipes coming out the bottom. It's got the honeycomb rear tail lights, which I prefer over some of the other ones. They look pretty good, especially at night. They look really nice. Sport tires on them. I don't know if I mentioned it. It doesn't have a posi. I'm not sure what gears it has in the back. It's got an automatic transmission. I replaced the transmission mount not too long ago, so that's really sturdy right now. Both of the headlights, they flip up. They work no problem. I've never had a problem with them. Both the headlights do work. So I'll start it up. Right now I have the air filter off, just so you can see the carburetor and kind of see a little bit more of the engine. Now the heater core for this, I don't know if I think it's just leaking right now, so it needs to be replaced. Or right now, because I don't drive in the winter time, I don't have to worry about it. I just have a bypass from the water pump right into the engine block. So if you don't drive in the winter time, which has never been winter driven, so you don't really need a heater core. It has no air conditioning, which I never had a problem with it, because usually I like to drive with the windows open or the T-tops off. Mechanical fuel pump. It doesn't have headers. It's pretty much stock. The engine bay could use a little bit of a cleanup, but it's a solid car. It's the underside. Okay, so actually I'll show you the trunk, or the hatchback, with the subs. After I'll start it up so you can hear it run. So if we go to the back, again, it's got the 2 keys, one for the doors. If you remember that from the cars back when, one for the doors and one for the ignition. There's the back. It does still have the privacy cover, which is nice because of the sound system in the back, so you can't see it if you're just passing the car. So there is the amp. It's a Crunch 1800 watt peak power zone. Works pretty good. It's actually a 4-channel amp. Right now I have it bridged for 2 speakers, but you can run 4 if you want. So they're 2 Alpine E's, 12 inches, which they're pretty powerful. They're actually more powerful than I'd like, but usually I keep it turned down pretty good. But there's no rust on the side. It's all solid. It's nice. Also, the girl who put the rebuilt engine in it, she also redid the weather stripping for the T-tops and stuff, so that's relatively new. So yeah, I'll start it up so you can hear it. Now the doors, the hinge pins sag a bit, so you, for safety, you might have to redo the pins, put the new pins in. Or I've told if you put new pins in, it'll fix it. Right now they're actually hitting the rocker panels a little bit, so, but it works for me right now. It's all on the road, insured, and all that. So, actually, before I start, I'll show you the headlights. You can see them. Turn it on, so you can see. They both work. Relatively quiet. Yeah, inside no rips or tears, just the dash pad. It's got 6x9 speakers in the pillars on the side. I began to paint the trim black, but in the back some parts of it are still gray, but that's really easy. They just pop out, unscrew them, they pop out and you can paint it. The dome light still works. The ceiling carpet, or I don't know what they call it, but that's not falling down or anything. So let's start it up. So our gauges, got the battery, oil pressure, fuel, temperature. Still has the glove box. It's really good condition. Tweeters, there used to be vents here, but the previous owners put them out and put tweeters in, which they do work, which is awesome. We've got the vents up top. Let's start it up. You can hear the whistle on the carburetor. I'll let you listen to the exhaust. Here's the exhaust. It's nice and solid. If you put a new muffler on, it'll be have even nicer sound. And so that's it. Again, the doors, it's got power windows, which is kind of nice. Big doors, but again, they're solid. Both power windows work. They go up all the way, no problem. That's it, nice and white. And the back seats fold down, so usually if I take the T-tops off, you can actually put them in the back seat, cruise around. Everything's nice in the back. Again, there's no rips or anything. Nice and solid. So that's it.